of Matt Westfall, your race leader, as we approach the halfway point of the first of 3 B-main events for the 1999 Chili Bowl, the 13th annual. Lucky number 13, it's going to be for somebody.
And a yellow flag comes out. Car spinning out in turn number 4. It's the 19N of Nick O'Neill.
Still working lap number 7. The leaders look just like they did following our second lap, number 1 yellow. It's still Matt Westfall in the lead, trying to hold off Boyd Calvert. The guy you got to keep your eye on, Roland Ayo. He's in third, battling it for tonight's A-main. Just like that, little kiss.
Ayo taps the rear to Calvert, letting him know that he's there, and starts to apply the pressure to the second running number 66 cars to get on the back straightaway. It's still Westfall and Calvert in the top 2 transfer positions.
We saw Calvert working the upper side of the racetrack now, but moving down behind the 54 machine of Matt Westfall. That appears to be the best way around, the shortest way around this 1/6-mile clay oval.
And maybe a good conservative move, too, to maintain the top 2 positions. And just as I say that, Calvert goes up top looking for the lead. Can't move as Ayo pulls to the infield.
Top 2 cars running away with it now. Making their way off turn number 4 down the straightaway. It's still Westfall and Calvert.
Westfall and Calvert in first and second as Franklin now moves into third, but a full straightaway behind the leader.
Matt Westfall using Kistler and Gertie power to move his Hawk chassis down the racetrack. Weld wheels, Snap-on tools, E&E machine, Midwest signs. Westfall Motorsports helping out this Jack Hammond's own car. Looking to be going to the A-main as once again we have a yellow. The 19N car for the 3rd time gets loose over there in turn number 3. The 19N machine, Nick O'Neill getting together also with the green and white machine, the 6NM car of Robert Marfia, our 4th yellow in the first B-main event. Now we move on to lap number 12, trying to finish this first 15-lap B-main event. Continuing to be Westfall in the lead, Calvert running second. Now the guy you got to keep your eye on, Dean Franklin. He's right now out of the A-main, looking to get in.
And Franklin made his only Chili Bowl A-main in 1989, and with these yellow flags, he's been able to move up to that 3rd position.
I'll tell you though, the top 2 continue to run away, so making the next one, it's probably not going to work out for him here. As we've got to spin the 71 machine over in turn number 3. That is Wayne Chin, as we now have our 5th yellow for our first B-main. Well, the scorer's table says we are still working on lap number 12. 3 to go here in our first B-main event for the 1999 Chili Bowl, the 13th annual. What a great race it's been so far. Green flag's out. Westfall leading the charge once again as Calvert holds on to the 2 spot.
Franklin in third, Stubblefield 4th, but the top 2 will transfer. We're 3 laps away from the finish of this one, and it's still Westfall and Calvert up top.
Calvert not going to do too much to try to jeopardize his A-main start tonight. He, of course, is taking over for Tony Elliott. We mentioned that earlier, driving Denny Lammer's car. It's a Gertie-powered Stealth, and right now, he's getting the job done.
Westfall riding right on the inside berm as he continues to maintain the lead from his pole starting position in car number 54. With Boyd Calvert in second, Dean Franklin third. White flag will be coming up.
That's right. Warm up the fat lady. Looks like we're going to get this first B-main event over as the 54 car Matt Westfall takes the white flag. Calvert running in second. If Franklin's going to make a move, it's going to have to come quick. This is a small racetrack. He's throwing it in there, but it's not going to be. Westfall will move on to the A-main, as will Boyd Calvert. Dean Franklin comes home third, followed by Robert Marfia and the 37 machine of Glenn Stubblefield Jr. A-main, that's coming up for the top 2 drivers, Matt Westfall, the 54 machine, and the 66T of Boyd Calvert. Keith Roush and Edwin Wilson make up the first row. Behind him, it's Chad Farmer and Mark Passarelli.
In the second row, or actually in the third row, will be the 47 car of Stan Yockey, and on the outside with the 22P of Jeff Palazola. In the 4th row, inside 14E, Matt Streeter and 37Q Lee Walford. And bringing up the rear, the 15R Roy Carruthers and the 3P of Andy Pierce.
Well, as you heard, the green flag did come out, and moving out into the lead right now, the 33 car, Keith Roush. Roush making his only Chili Bowl A-main back in 1995, showing the way, but look on the bottom, Chad Farmer, the 25, applying the pressure.
Farmer, the 25 car, using the power plant of a Pontiac, one of the few in the field running Pontiac power, and he applies the pressure, as you say, to Keith Roush for the top 2 spots.
Edwin Wilson challenging for third. fourth place car is Stan Yockey, who came from a ways back. Only the top two are moving on, though.
Matt Streeter, who had flipped in his heat race, is running 6th in the 14E. Carruthers has moved back to 5th after spinning on that opening lap. Streeter spins it in turn number 3, is caught up by Passarelli. Everybody will continue. Passarelli, the right front tire that has gone flat.
And amazingly, the green flag stays out. Keith Roush continuing to lead him up the front straightaway, the 25 car. Chad Farmer, who started on the front row in heat race number 3 before fading to 4th. He's a rookie doing a masterful job looking to go to the A-main tonight.
Wilson and Carruthers running 3rd and 4th. And now we got to keep an eye on Carruthers as he has the Climber Girl number 15 up on the cushion. He went to the rear of the field after the opening lap spin and has made his way back up to 4th.
Carruthers won the Hoosier Dome Invitational back in 1988, so this guy's got plenty of experience driving a midget, now feeling the charge on the inside from Stan Yockey.
Later coming around the front straightaway, Keith Roush out of Colorado, followed by Farmer in the 25. Edwin Wilson in the quad 4 powered number Q4 has 3rd and Carruthers 4th.
Carruthers now changing his line a little bit, looking to the bottom side of the racetrack. Unfortunately, it looks like he's having a little trouble holding that line. It's the quick way around, as we've seen in the last heat race, the last B-main event, that is. The bottom right now, the place to race if you're going to move forward.
Pretty well one groove on the bottom, and now Carruthers decides to go up top to see if he can get around Wilson for 3rd as he heads down the back straightaway.
Interesting race shaping up for the number 2 spot. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place cars are all kind of punching up. Chad Farmer trying to hold on to that position. Edwin Wilson running 3rd now. Look at this. The 15 car Carruthers working the top side of the racetrack again. It's coming back to the Climber Girl 15.
Wilson having to slow down a bit as he was catching up to Farmer, which allowed Carruthers to start to close in using that highlight at 1 and 2. Roush still the leader, car number 33, as he starts to approach lap traffic on the back straightaway. White flag coming up. One more lap to go for Keith Roush.
Keith Roush in that great power plant beast chassis machine looking to take B-main event number 2, the checkered flag, in the hands of the flagman. He makes his way off turn 4. Keith Roush will win. Coming home second, Chad Farmer. A great drive for the rookie. Behind him, it's Edwin Wilson and the 15 car of Roy Carruthers. A good job from him coming from the back of the pack. Finishing in the 5th spot is Stan Yockey. Top 2 cars, they're the only ones moving on. Getting the job done, the 33 car, Keith Roush out of Edgewater, Colorado. 12 cars, 15 laps in our 3rd B main. Here's the way they line up. The 69 car of A.J. Fike out of Illinois will start on the pole. To his outside from Kansas, the 84 of Phil Chappell. Inside of row number 2 from Illinois, the 51 of Mike Hess. To his outside, the 25X, Jim Christian from California.
In the 3rd row inside, number 74 from Missouri, Jared Hall. And Troy, Ohio's Jack Hewitt in car 24 in the outside 3rd row. In the 4th row, transplanted California, now living in Speedway, Indiana, it's Critter Malone at 17M, and on the outside of number 13 from nearby Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, it's Tony Edmondson.
Sandy Rushing, a rookie out of Oklahoma, will start her 22 machine inside of row number 5. To the outside, the 95K car, Kurt Osterber from Kansas. And finally, in the 6th and final row, the 75 machine, Roger Miller out of Illinois, and the 24B machine, Alan Davis out of Colorado. 15 laps once again scheduled to be the distance, and we'll turn them loose in 1 lap.
So far in 2 B-main events, the winners have come from the pole position, but I'm going to keep an eye on the 24 car, Jack Hewitt, who starts in the outside 3rd row. The top 2 to transfer. We'll keep an eye on him. A.J.
Fike, the pole sitter, though, awful tough young kid out of Illinois. Watch him lead him off to turn 4 here. Looking for the green flag. They've got it. We're away. 15 laps the distance.
A couple of cars get up in the air on the front straightaway. One of them being Critter Malone, who drops back to 10th position, but everybody continues on. Fike maintains the lead. Hess comes to a stop in turn number 4. Brings out the yellow.
Mike Hess just getting his 51 machine turned just a little bit too hard, trying to scrub it off and save it. Ends up locking the motor up, and that will bring out the yellow.
When we restart the B-main event, A.J. Fike maintains the lead from his pole position. Phil Chappell from the outside front row has 2nd. Those positions haven't changed, but Jack Hewitt has moved up from 6th into 3rd in car number 24. Roger Miller, who started in the last row, is 4th. We're back under green. Mike has the lead as they come out of turn 4. Hewitt to the inside of Chappelle, trying for second. Chappelle gets up on the high side, Hewitt down low. And from Troy, Ohio, Jack Hewitt has moved into second.
And you saw Jack Hewitt drive a very conservative line as Critter Malone spins. We pile him up again, the 13 car getting involved. Tony Edmondson, the 25 machine, Jim Christian, and obviously Critter, who started the event by spinning uncontrollably. There was no place for the 13 machine or the 25X to go, and we've got another yellow. Well, believe it or not, we're still trying to complete the second lap of our third B main event. A.J. Fike continues to hold the point as Phil Chappell tries to hold on to the transfer spot. You just saw a little bit ago, though, Jack Hewitt worked the bottom side of the racetrack masterfully. Let's see if he can do it again here and move on to tonight's A main.
Mike Hess on the high side after spinning early in the race has moved back up to 6th. He's the only driver to try it up high as everybody else runs down on the curve.
Well, when Jack Hewitt got by the 84 machine of Phil Chappell, Chappell kind of bobbled off the bottom and gave up the inside line, and I guarantee that's something that he's focusing on right now.
Hewitt gets a bite coming out of turn number 4, rubs wheels with Chappelle at turn number 1, but Chappelle maintains second. The top 2, remember, will transfer.
You are not going to intimidate Jack Hewitt. He is going to keep working and working and working, and just like that, Hewitt does move to the inside. Is it going to be enough those that come off of turn 2? Yep, it sure is. Jack Hewitt looking to move on to tonight's 25-lap A main event.
Hewitt had finished second. The 89 Chili Bowl is up to second. Now works on first as Hess continues his march from the back. He's moved to 4th as Hewitt starts to battle for the lead with A.J. Fike.
Unbelievable. Hess working the high side of the racetrack, kind of gets stopped up, bounces it off the wall, keeps it going. He's going to be the one to keep your eye on. He's the only car working the top side of the racetrack as Jack Hewitt has taken over the lead. Take a look at the momentum he's got coming off of turn 2.
Hess, the only driver up on the cushion, has moved from the back up to 3rd and starts to battle A.J. Fike for the second and final transfer position. Hewitt the leader, Fike in second, Hess is 3rd, Chappelle 4th, and here comes Hess.
And are you believing this? The 51 machine, Mike Hess, a rookie here at the Chili Bowl out of Petersburg, Illinois, has moved into a transfer spot. Now he sets his sights on the 24 machine of Jack Hewitt. When you're running that good, why not?
Why not indeed, as he tries it up high, the only driver to successfully do that, and he has passed a ton of cars to get up into second in the transfer spot.
He better be careful, though, as he makes his way off turn 2. 1 lap ago, he slapped the big concrete wall. He is in a transfer spot, so he does not want to jeopardize that, but without doubt, he's the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
Indeed, Osterber up high in the wall in turn 1, but does not get into it. Hewitt is the leader, but Hess on the move. Hewitt maintaining his lead down on the curve, just taking it easy, knowing that the top 2 spots will get him into the feature event.
Working now on lap number 12, and I'll tell you what, if a yellow does come out one more time, this race will belong to Mike Hess. Jack Hewitt doesn't even know he's running up there, but he is maintaining his lead. And as the laps wind down, there's no reason that oh, trouble! The 51 car. Mike Hess just that quick, obviously a mechanical failure. He has stopped off at turn number 2. The car just kind of lurching up to the wall. Obviously something mechanically wrong with that. Still a very impressive drive for the 51 car of Mike Hess. Unfortunately, his night will end off at turn number 2. Well, Merry Christmas, A.J. Fike. You've just inherited a transfer spot. If you can hold on to it for 3 more laps, the green flag is out, and we've got cars charging from the rear.
And once Hess shown there's a high groove, several drivers have made some moves up toward the top. Kurt Osterberg's moved from the back up to 3rd. Critter Malone is up to 4th from the back.
Osterberg working the top side of the racetrack. Is he going to have enough momentum to run down the 69 car of A.J. Fike? Critter Malone now making a move on the inside. The battle for 3rd. Unfortunately, that's not going to get you into tonight's A main.
Jack Hewitt still the leader. Car 24 as the white flag comes out. A.J. Fike in second. A 2-way battle for 3rd. Kurt Osterberg on the outside of Critter Malone.
As he makes his way through 3 and 4, Jack Hewitt will win this. One more chance for Osterberg. He throws it up on the cushion to the top side, but it's not going to be enough. Hewitt takes the win. A.J. Fike will go on to tonight's A main event as Osterberg taps the wall in turn number 1. A tough way for him to end his night. Jack Hewitt, though, a very impressive drive for the Troy, Ohio driver. This guy won the 4 Crown Nationals, and he's got himself into tonight's A main event, the first night of the 13th annual Chili Bowl. Well, the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals getting set for tonight's 25-lap A main. They will rack them and stack them like this. On the pole, the highest points getter out of Milan, Illinois, the 11 car of Kevin Doty. To his outside, the 15L from Salinas, California, Ronnie Day. Starting inside of row number 2, the highest scoring rookie tonight, the 1X of Scott Nail out of Visalia, California. To his outside, the 55K of Steve Knepper.
In the third row, number 15X, Bloomington, Indiana, and Steve Kinzer. On the outside, Jimmy Sills, number 4 from Placerville, California. The next row, we have Greg Luckert, the number 01 out of Missouri, and a fellow Missourian, Danny Lasowski, the dude, in number 36.
In the fifth row will be Jay Drake and Darren Pittman. In row number 6, Jerry Coons Jr. and Rich Camfield.
In the next row, Jason Leffler and Tom Eatwell, followed by Matt Westfall and Keith Roush.
Jack Hewitt, Boyd Calvert, Chad Farmer, A.J. Fike round out the top 20 cars. Here we go, 25 laps green at the Chili Bowl.
Kevin Doty gets the jump from the pole position and has the lead over Ronnie Day. Scott Nail, Steve Knepper coming up on the outside to Professor Jimmy Sills.
Jimmy Sills with a great start, now moving into number 4 spot, working the high side of the racetrack where nobody's at. The 55 car, Knepper, though, going up to block the advantage.
Knepper gets over the back of Scott Nail as Greg Luckert smacks almost head-on into the wall in turn number 3. The car momentarily stops on its nose, then comes down on top of the cage.
Luckert wheel hopped the car, and there was no place to go. The wall came at a real quick pace, and it took him a while for that car flopped on over on its top. So Greg Luckert's night ends abruptly over in turn number 3 as we get set to turn the green loose once again. Doty on the button as the green replaces the yellow. Behind him, Ronnie Day, as once again the Professor makes a charge on the top side.
Sills lone driver up top, now followed by Steve Knepper in turns 1 and 2 as we have a reworked racetrack for our feature event.
How about a job, though, by this 1X car? Scott Nail, a rookie, coming to us all the way from Visalia, California, doing a masterful job in his first ever Chili Bowl.
So Doty the leader, followed by Ronnie Day out of California, Scott Nail, another California, and Jimmy Sills from California up into 4.
And there's Steve Kinzer, the king of the Outlaws, rooting around on the bottom, lifting the front end, trying to pick up his positions. He's right now running in the 6th spot, working now on 5th on a 55 machine of Steve Knepper.
Meanwhile, Sills moves into 3rd, Knepper to 4th as Nail got out of shape on the front straightaway.
Sills continuing to work the top side, is now running in the 3rd spot. Nail back into the number 4 spot as Knepper goes wide.
Kinzer is 6th, Jay Drake up to 7th. 8th is Danny Lasowski, 9th is Jerry Coons Jr. rounding out the top 10, Jason Leffler.
They call Jimmy Sills the Professor for a reason, because he's been doing this a lot of years and he knows how to get the job done. Watch him skillfully, masterfully, working his way around the top side and by the 15L car of Ronnie Day. Jimmy Sills now runs in the 2 spot.
Kevin Doty the leader, followed by Placerville, California's Jimmy Sills on the move, as is Steve Knepper. Knepper up high into 3rd.
Whoa, Scott Nail lifting the front end real high. Knepper moves into number 3 spot. He's got the trailer hitch hooked to the back end of Jimmy Sills as we've got a yellow. The 33 car looks like Keith Roush. Check that, could be the 66T car of Boyd Calvert, having a rough night all night long, and it continues here in tonight's A-Main. Only one driver has started more Chili Bowl A-Mains than Kevin Doty, that driver being Sammy Swindell. Kevin Doty with 9 times making it to Saturday night's A-Main, controls the pack as they make their way off of turn 2 and back to the green flag.
Doty maintains the pace, but here comes Jimmy Sills using the cushion to try to get around the Milan, Illinois driver. Knepper running 3rd, Ronnie Day is 4th.
And if you look back to about 7th, Jay Drake is also working the top side of the racetrack. He's coming hard, the 2nd heat race winner, making a charge on the top side of the racetrack, comes to the tail of Scott Nail.
So Drake has both Kinzer and Nail in front of him as Sills pulls to the outside of Doty for the lead.
It's Doty, Sills, and Knepper. Top 3, Knepper getting over the backside of Sills' car, maintains control as we punch him up off of turn 2, but the green flag stays out.
Doty, Sills, Knepper, and Day, the top 4. Lasowski now moved up into the 5th spot, Nail is 6th.
And I'll tell you what, it looks like Kevin Doty may have seen Jimmy Sills on the top side of the racetrack. He has changed his line, moving from the bottom now up to the top to block the Placerville driver.
Jerry Cooch Jr. has also moved up to the top, and he has moved into the 7th position with the number 7 car.
But for the meantime, it still goes Doty, Sills, Knepper, and the 15L machine of Ronnie Day.
Day hits the wall hard on the front straightaway, but maintains the 4th position over Lasowski in 5th.
We're just about going to get into lap traffic here as we approach the midpoint of this race.
Now everyone is pretty well moved up to the top side of the racetrack and getting off the curve. Doty, Sills, and Knepper.
Just like we said earlier, this racetrack is going to change. The drivers who are going to adapt to that are going to have the most success here. Right now, Kevin Doty is showing the way. Jimmy Sills out there right now running in the 2nd position. He's trying to make only his 2nd Chili Bowl start. He made his first one in 1993, 1999. Looking pretty good right now as we're about to enter lap traffic.
Jason Leffler pops the wall in turn number 1. Continues on in the number 9 car. Leffler still going as we have a car up against the wall. It's A.J. Fike in turn number 3, coming to a stop.
And it happened just as Kevin Doty was lapping him. Maybe spooked a little bit by the fact the leader is now on the tail, and unfortunately, I guess he's already on the tail, so he can't go very much further, but the 69 car brings out the yellow.
As we get ready to go yellow, from the yellow to the green, there's 18 laps down, 7 remaining. Kevin Doty the leader, followed by Jimmy Sills in 2nd. Steve Knepper is 3rd, Ronnie Day 4th, Danny Lasowski is 5th, followed by Scott Nail, Jerry Cooch Jr. up from 11th, Steve Kinzer, Jay Drake, and Jason Leffler. We're back under green. Here comes Sills.
Oh, and they gain contact. They get together, and Sills looks like he's going to maintain the advantage. Sills all the way from the number 6 spot, as the yellow will come out, and unfortunately for the professor, nullify that move, and I'll bet you Kevin Doty does not do that again.
No. Cars getting together in turn number 2. Scott Nail got turned around sideways. Keith Roush with nowhere to go turned sideways into him. Both cars come to a stop. We're under yellow.
Well, Jimmy Sills was able to pass Kevin Doty the last time we had the green flag. It happened when Doty went to the bottom of the racetrack. Sills working the top line all night long, was able to sneak by him. The 2 gain contact. It'll be interesting to see what happens now as the green flag comes out.
Doty stays up top as Sills will follow him through. Knepper in 3rd, Ronnie Day in 4th, Daniel Lasowski 5th, and Jerry Cooch Jr. from 11th up to 6th, the number 7 car.
Amazing job by Danny Lasowski. He wasn't really up in the top 5 for much of the night, but he quietly sneaks his way up into the top 5, just like he does every year.
Jay Drake now tries going down on the curb in the 97 car, trying to get some moisture down there, doesn't find it, as Jason Leffler moves to the outside of it.
Jimmy Sills continues to hold on to the number 2 spot despite having a left rear tire looking like it's going flat on the number 4 machine. That could be affecting the handling of this race car. It'll be interesting to see if Knepper can now make any kind of moves on the number 4 machine.
And the finishing position will determine starting spots in Saturday night's A-feature event. So Sills will try to hold on, and he's doing so far.
The laps wind down. This time by. We will be looking at 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go to see if Kevin Doty out of Milan, Illinois can hold on. Jimmy Sills with a look on the bottom. Not going to happen. Maybe that tire slowing him down as Knepper moves to the inside as the white flag comes out.
Knepper looks low but can't move as the white flag is out. 1 final lap to go. The leader still Kevin Doty, followed by Jimmy Sills. Steve Knepper running in 3rd, Ronnie Day 4th. Here comes the checkered flag. Our Thursday night feature event winner of the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals will be Kevin Doty of Milan, Illinois, followed by Jimmy Sills in 2nd. 3rd will go to Steve Knepper, 4th to Ronnie Day, 5th to Danny Lasowski. But tonight's opening night of the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals from Milan, Illinois, driving the Wilkie Pack number 11, it's Kevin Doty.
Well, thanks, Mickey. 54 drivers turned in entry forms tonight, but only one of them goes home smiling. It's Kevin Doty out of Milan, Illinois. Kevin, a great job tonight. You got the job done from the pole. How important was that?
Oh, it's real crucial here because it's really hard hard to pass. I mean, the competition is such good caliber here. I mean, everybody's going almost the same speed, we did a good job in our heat race and got to start on the front row and kept her there. So
it was pretty tight, though. Take us back to that restart where Jimmy Sills come on the outside.
Yeah, on a restart, I went low instead of high, and I should have went high, and Jimmy got alongside of me, and he got out in front of me, but fortunately a yellow come out. I don't know, it could have been interesting to see if we, us two duking it out, but fortunately we got the lead back and kept her there.
And you didn't make the same mistake twice. You went high.
That's right. Yeah, I learned from my mistake.
Well, how good do you feel now getting set up for Saturday night's A-Main?
Oh, the Wilkie Pack car was excellent tonight. It really felt good, so I'm really looking forward to Saturday.
Let me see that one and smile. Congratulations.
Thanks.
We are back for night number 2, the 13th annual Chili Bowl Nationals from Tulsa Expo Raceway. 64 cars set to go tonight. Heat racing action, 8 heat races in fact. The first of which will line up like this: the 75C of Lou Ciccone Jr. and the 84V of Bill Bowie. The 66 car, Tony Bieber, will start inside the second row with the 37M of Nick Mitchell.
In the third row inside, the number 53 of J.D. Turner, and on the outside, number 6, J.J. Yaley. And in the back row, number 2, Andy Hillenberg, the 94 Chili Bowl champion, and number 5F, A.J. Felker. And we're underway.
Well, as we've seen twice before, Ciccone goes right out into the lead as the 37 car looks to make a strong move on the top. That's Nick Mitchell. And he makes a strong move, all right into the concrete barrier, but keeps it under power.
Ciccone with the lead. Moving into the second spot is Tony Bieber from his second row outside starting position. And Bill Bowie has the third position. Now race shaping up as J.J. Yaley from the back of the pack is up to third.
J.J., a winner in last year's SCRA Sprint Division, also the USAC Silver Crown, making a strong move to get some passing points. We talked about it last night. It's the same strategy tonight. Get as many points as you can to move up into tonight's 25-lap A-Main. Yaley to second.
And Yaley has moved to Stealth Gertie from Ralph's Muffler Shops. Ralph Potter and Company, and they moved up into the second position from 6th. To get those passing points, he lifts the front end going down the front straightaway.
Boy, Andy Hillenberg has his hands full in that number 2 car, chasing down the 84 machine, trying to move up. Bill Bowie holding on right now to the number 4 spot. Hillenberg trying to steal it away from him. May have it now on the inside. He does.
Hillenberg in one of the 3 Pete Willoughby entries, of which there are 3 in action. Jay Drake did not make the feature event last night. Sammy Swindell, a 4-time winner, will run later this evening.
Now he's got his sights set on the 66 Tony Bieber. A little kiss off the wheel. Andy Hillenberg now moves into the number 3 spot as we've got a race for the lead.
Ciccone now has his hands full with J.J. Yaley heading into turns 1 and 2. Ciccone in the multicolored number 75, J.J. the predominantly black number 6, who started in 6th. He's up to second, makes a move for the lead.
The Weiland Racing entry, the multicolored yellow and orange cars. Yaley makes a strong move on the inside. These cars are neck and neck as we work now on lap number 8.
JJ seems to be diamonding it off and trying to cut down to the inside as we go into the white flag lap. 1 more to go.
This one's going to be great. Here comes Yaley now with a topside charge. Will he have the advantage? He's trying everything he can do. A little tap of the wheel. He'll settle for second behind the 75 of Lou Ciccone.
And Ciccone comes to a stop in turn number 1 as Yaley goes by, but Yaley will get second. Andy Hillenberg, who started 7th, will finish in the 3rd spot. So passing points for Yaley and Hillenberg, but our first heat race winner on Friday night of the 13th Annual Chili Bowl Nationals, the 75 car from Aston, Pennsylvania, Lou Ciccone Jr.
Well, what a great way to start as we get set for our second heat race. Kevin Olson will start on the pole, and to his outside in the 56 car will be Don White. Inside of row number 2 in the 8F, Aaron Fike, and to his outside, the 33 of Greg Schaefer.
In the 3rd row, the 95 Chili Bowl champion, Donnie Beechler, number 15, and on the outside will be the 39 of Nick Geronio. In the back row, number 3, Tim Lewis, and number 59Q, Tom Apple, and we've got a green flag.
Well, it seems like if you're on the inside of the front row, you're in a good position. Kevin Olson is out and away already now with almost a half backstretch straightaway lead as we set him out single file behind him.
Donnie Beechler in a John Lawson entry battles the 15-year-old Aaron Fike for the 2nd spot. Beechler started back in the 3rd row. Beechler moves into 2nd. Lawson is a former winner of the Chili Bowl with Billy Boat aboard in 1997, and he's moved up into 2nd spot. He sets his sights on the leader, Kevin Olson.
Well, what can you say, though, about Johnny Beechler. He won races in 1998 in the sprint car division, the midget division, the Silver Crown division. He's won here in Tulsa. This guy can flat out drive a race car.
Looking back into the third position, we look at actually a battle for the fourth spot. We find the 33 car of Greg Schaefer out of Fort Lupton, Colorado, a rookie driver. As he heads into turns 3 and 4, gets a little bit high. A couple of drivers get together in turn 4. Geronio gets over the left side of Don White, but everybody continues. Later's coming up on lap track.